Anytime we invest in our public schools, we are investing in our community and in our state.
Lawmakers have an important item to tackle on their agenda this legislative session: investing in Idaho's kids.
With last year's $1.5 billion surplus and $410 million of that set aside for education, a good chunk of that could be used to give teachers a pay raise.
Governor Little wants to increase starting salaries for teachers to above $47,000, which would put Idaho into the top 10 nationally for starting teacher pay.
Of course, that number is based off of 2020-2021 teacher pay in the United States. And it's not just for first-year teachers. Governor Little says he wants all K-12 educators to get a raise. So what would that mean for teachers exactly? Abby Davis spoke to a couple of them. So Abby, what would that mean?
Well, both teachers say that these raises would be well-deserved and would not only help increase morale, but improve the overall teaching profession in Idaho.
Connor, what's something you visualized?
Investing in our youngest generation.
Did that change the picture?
Means investing in the people who teach them.
We're literally just putting money into our future. I don't see why we wouldn't want to do that.
Historically, teachers in Idaho and in many states around the nation say they're underpaid for the work they do.
No one ever got into teaching for money, right?
Idaho's State Department of Education data shows teachers make nearly $55,000 on average per year.
An unexpected strong gust of wind.
Sarah Zemer teaches English at Endeavor Elementary School in Nampa. She says the pros of teaching outweigh the cons, like those low wages.
It's a calling, and when you find that you are literally shaping the lives of kids, there's nothing like it.
That's a big responsibility.
It makes sense to pay a professional their worth, and sometimes it feels like maybe teachers don't get that.
And that's why Governor Brad Little is trying to fix that issue.
Great teachers can motivate and change the trajectory of a student's life.
During his State of the State address on Monday, the governor presented his proposed budget, outlining a $6,300 pay increase for teachers.
When we show teachers we support them, we're showing families their child education is our priority.
The governor wants to raise teachers' starting salaries to above $47,000, which would put Idaho into the top 10 nationally for starting teacher pay. That's based off 2020-2021 teacher pay in the U.S. The money would come from Idaho's $1.5 billion budget surplus. Capitol High School government teacher Todd Simmis
challenge yourself, growth mindset, try to make 5.
Says he's completely on board with the plan.
From a statewide perspective, I think it shows that our leaders are listening and they understand it's been a tough job the last few years.
Competitive pay means attracting more teachers and keeping the teachers we have right here in Idaho.
I think we lose good teachers, sometimes potentially great teachers, to states around us or to other professions. It happens all the time.
Because some of those surrounding states pay more than Idaho.
A pay increase right now in Idaho would allow teachers to stay put, because we know that the longevity of a teacher's career, even in a single school, has a great impact on students.
Of course, the legislature still has to pass Little's budget, meaning any of the pay increases he proposed could change.
Hopefully they follow through on it.
Because teachers say respecting educators.
I want you to think about everything you've learned. I feel like we've been under a microscope.
By paying them living wages only helps our future doctors, lawyers.
These are our future leaders that we're educating. It just makes sense to put the money where it's needed.
And future teachers. It's not just teachers Governor Little has in mind. His proposed plan would also allocate money for staff like paraprofessionals, custodians, cafeteria workers, and bus drivers. But Brian and Morgan will just have to see how it plays out when lawmakers pass a budget.
Yeah, we've seen him since he took office boost spending for education over the last few years, so it will be interesting to see how this plays out. Abby, thank you.